court dates on Monday, and you're a piece of shit because you abandoned your kid.
IP2.
Abandoned your kid.
10. Here you go. Ski mask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. All right, here you go. Here you go. Ski mask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show.
You're so great. Oh, Randy, you're a piece of shit. Well, that's the truth.
You're wrong, but what, you want to have I'll let you talk, but if you want, we should do a little freestyle battle. I'm kind of in the freestyle mood.
I can't rap no more.
I'm not that good, but, yeah, you're not in a good mood. We won't.
You're hyped, though. You got all the energy.
Dude, I see how you get, though. You get that little in you, and it's like, you gotta, fuck you, skip. Fuck you, skip. Fuck you, skip. All right, here you go. Ski mask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. All right, here you go. Ski mask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show.
2 locks right here, tatted on your chest, and here you are.
Here you go. Ski mask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. All right, here you go. Here you go. Ski mask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show.
Oh.
Come on, white motherfucking
Yo, welcome to the NJCOURTS show. I welcome you, take a ticket. Now you're gonna get kinda lifted, cause I know some of you like a tough puff, get it? Oh no, but just get your popcorn and welcome to the show, cause we're about to get it when we roll. Yo, that's what's up, about to get a hug, about to show this allegation, that's what's up. Oh, I don't like to lie, I don't like to allegate, I just got the facts and I hate why. But why do you wanna try with me? Do you wanna lie? Cause I'm about to show you how I get thrifty, and that's how I got this shit. I'm about to not embarrass you, but I'm about to get with it as I put it down. Got the straight facts and I don't clown around, yo. So welcome to the NJC show. Wait, did I say NJ and NYC show? Yo, I don't know what's up. I'm kinda looking on the 40 ounce that I drank. What's up, yo? Here we go. Welcome to the fucking show. It ain't about ski masks, it's the ControLLa, yo. So sit down, don't clown around, don't take a blue cause you're about to pass out.
Stop when I want to. I'm not addicted.
Your court television news starting now.
Hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the NJCOURTS TV show. And just excuse me for 1 second here really quick. I just need to answer a question here. I apologize. All right, we're ready to start. Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for your patience this evening. I know we have a little bit of a, never mind that. We got a little bit of a long introduction, but it's going to be a pretty good show this evening. So I wanted to give everybody a chance to tune in to the, to the notifications, because some people get them a little bit late. So thank you very much for hanging in there for that introduction. I'm not going to make it very long. I just like to welcome everybody. First off, I'd like to welcome all my mods this evening. Let me just jump over to the chat here really quick. And Super Roofer, if you're watching, I banned you by accident. I was trying to pin my message, and I forgot I can't do it on, what is this? I always forget. StreamYard, excuse me. So I fixed that, okay? So you should be unbanned, and that was my fault. I apologize about that. I was like, no! So let me just jump over to the chat, and we'll get this show started. All right. Okay. Let me get my other phone here set up. And everything else is set up here, folks. I've got all the videos here ready to go. And like I said, we're just going to jump right into it. Pretty much this evening, as you all can see in the thumbnail, the most important thing that we're all here for is to check out the court coverage from today. And that was from Miss Trina Colden. And that's, oops, let me just mute my other phone. I don't want to hear myself, right? All right, there we go. And just give me 1 second here. Let me just fix this other phone here. But yeah, I'll tell you what, like I said, I'm not going to spoil the video. I will tell you, it is as of today's hearing, this is the full coverage from start to finish. And we'll discuss it after I play it. Like I said, I'm going to play one clip before we get into the hearing, just to kind of get an introduction to some people that might be new to Trina. I know when we introduced her on the last stream, I didn't have those clips set up and they hadn't downloaded yet by the end of the stream. So I've got one of those clips up. We're going to watch that as an introduction to some folks that may have no clue as to who Trina is. For some of you that obviously know who Trina is, it's just a short clip, and then we'll get right into the court coverage. We're also, as soon as we finish that clip, I do have an update in regards to the ControLLa Court case, which was yesterday. I know there's been a lot of rumors and a lot of shit talk going around since yesterday, but I've obviously gotten an updated, correct, as far as information to pass on to all of you in regards to that court hearing. So as soon as we're done discussing the discussing the Trina Golden coverage, we'll jump right into the ControLLa update. Okay. So let me just jump on here right now. Okay. Clear all. All right, cool. This phone's set up. I got the chat here so that you guys can see. I can see anybody that donates a super sticker. I know sometimes I don't have that set up and I don't get to see those, but I can here. So much appreciated when people do that. And I know they're really cool, so I like to check them out. So we've got that set up here. I want to just say really quick hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the mods. I think I saw just Jen. I'm pretty sure I saw, let's see here, SoCal, Jersey. Thank you all for joining. Let's see here. Okay. And if I missed any of my other mods that are joining in as the show goes, welcome. And I'm sure I'll catch up to you later in the show and say hi. Now, I want to welcome all the members of the jury that are here today. I obviously can see you guys in the chat. I see you guys with your little symbol right next to you. And I want to encourage you all to use those emojis. Some of y'all might be new jury members and have no clue that you have these really cool emojis that you get to play with. So when you see a lot of those like ski mask, geeked out one, or, with his little orange hair, or if you see like the gavel, those are emojis that you get as a jury member. So please enjoy, play around with those. There's like about, I believe, 12 to 14 of them now. And we just updated those with some new ones. So have fun, especially when you're watching these court coverages, But I want to thank all the jury members here today. And most importantly, I want to thank everybody here, all the new subscribers. I've noticed within the last week or two, probably gained anywhere between 50 to 75 new subscribers. So welcome. I know a lot of you contacted me through Instagram and have said, hey, I'm new to the channel. So, hey, there's a lot of videos you can check out, a lot of rabbit holes you can jump down. And then, of course, most importantly, is the court coverage. So for some of you that may be new, this is our third court coverage that we've finished as far as with the Gamble case this week. And then we introduced the Trina Golden case this week as well. That court coverage was going to be happening this week. It was like that. And honestly, it was a little bit, I'll tell you what, it was a little bit of luck, as well as just kind of my, just experience now, with being able to locate a lot of the Zoom hearings. It's again, this is nothing difficult. It's just when this is like literally a day out, sometimes that can be a little bit difficult to contact even the courthouse to get that information. I was lucky that I did a lot of digging here, and this was actually posted on the public website. So it was hard to find, but it was on the public website. So if any of you ever want to continue to watch these Zoom court hearings, by all means, all you have to do is just access the website for that court. And most of the time they have, the instructions on how to access a Zoom hearing, whether you're just watching or whether you're one of the participants in that hearing. So just for your information. Let's see here. So yeah, welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome to all the OGs. welcome everybody. So without further ado, let's get this show started, like they say. So like I said, the first clip I do want to play this evening. Oh, just really quick, because I know there's going to be a lot of people in chat. Sorry, I hate when I do that. I know. Sorry, NJ. But please, just a few, because I know we got a lot of new people in the chat. Just quick house rules when it comes with the chat. Please respect the mods, respect each other. Follow TOS. We don't censor a lot of opinionative, obviously comments. If I don't agree with your opinion, you're not going to get blocked or banned, okay? The mods know how this works. They've been doing this for a long time. Pretty much if you break any one of those simple rules, you'll get a little timeout, hey, go to the corner. And if it happens a second time, that's when we'll have one of the bailiffs escort you right out of the courtroom. All right. Hey, don't take it personal. It's the internet. All right. Most of the time you can return. Like I said, it's pretty easy, and everybody's been doing really good. Most importantly, the reason why I really just push these rules is because the chat in this case is really important. I see a lot of great conversations. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions. The chat, a lot of people enjoy the chat. Okay. I've had a lot of, great feedback about it. So I welcome everybody, and I thank you. I appreciate you guys participating in it. And, like I said, just a couple basic rules. Hey, I just want to say thank you. Looks like we just received our first super chat of the evening. Hey, SoCal, thank you for that. And that super chat says, Molly Wappa bitch. Oh, yes, the Molly Wappa bitch. For some of you that may not know where that phrase got coined, that is, well, I'm not going to say came exactly from her, may have, but that is certainly a phrase that was used many times from Miss Trina Golden, and that was the old Molly Whopper. So thank you, SoCal. I appreciate that. All right. So let's see here. Oh, and just really quick, if y'all decide to donate during any of, like, say, live or the court coverage while watching, please, I'll go ahead, and obviously I'm not going to interrupt the court coverage, so I will definitely shout you out as soon as we're done. So please don't think I didn't see you or I'm being disrespectful. It's just, like I said, I don't want to interrupt the coverage, but as soon as we finish that, I will definitely shout you out, okay? So thank you all. I appreciate your support very much. That's what this is what allows us to provide these court coverages, especially the ones that we travel to. In this case, this was a Zoom court coverage. So this was, obviously not like the last one where we visited Gamble in Florida. This was, like I said, very not difficult to find, but it was one of the most, I'll say, a little like, needle in the haystack type of Zoom numbers to find. Like I said, I could have easily called, but this was really close to the time when I noticed, oh, shoot, this case is about 15 minutes about to start. So like I said, without further ado, let's get the first clip going, which is just going to be a quick introduction into Miss Trina Golden. Start it here.
$25 more and I can send it to Captain. Can you do it, Danny? Thank you, yeah. Joel's not, I'm not just Alright, let's go. Do the home, stay home.
Alright, stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. I look funny.
Yeah, I'm making money.
I hope you're ready for me.
Her name is Pompey.
And my sounds ain't down by the underground. I drink a ball of Hennessy, you got it, your chest. So just let me introduce myself. My
name is Trina.
Pronounced with the R-T. Yo, ladies, all I like to funk thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, coming to funk thee. I'm stepping forward, y'all. And just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna follow when the stereotype me. I like the rap, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this. I'm gangsta Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I'll leave all your crackers and your licorice. Yo, what? Girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I got you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. And never stop me from getting busy in the bathroom. Yeah. Allow me to amaze me. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't freeze me. Oh shit! Almost fell. Let's go.
All right, there you go. And I saw a comment there that said from Alvaro, damn, Trina be looking good. Well, Mr. Alvaro, I got a surprise for you, my friend. All right, without further ado, the next clip you're going to be watching is going to be from start to finish, the pretty much hearing today. And let me show you really quick here what this was for. Let's jump over to here. Pause here. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit for you. Yeah, I think that's a little, well, let me hold on. Let me do this here. All right. So what you're going to be here, like I said, I'll just let you kind of look at this. Then I'm going to play the clip and then we'll discuss everything. I'm not going to take any more time here. And we'll, like I said, as you can see, you've got all the dates and times. So this is pretty much what was going on today. What, let's see here. Most importantly was the first one on the top. You're going to hear a lot about that. This was the preliminary hearing. The prosecution was ready to go for this. I'm not going to ruin what happens, but like I said, this could have gone almost probably a couple of hours. So without further ado, like I said, let's go with the clip. It's going to be from start to finish. Like I said, if anybody does a donation during that time, no disrespect, I will shout you out at the end of the clip here, so that way I'm not interrupting that, all right? Okay, well, here we go, folks. Let's get this started here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Officer BN is also in the courtroom.
Recording in progress.
The court calls the Golden matter 20 CR 1869 and 22 CR 3438, both captioned State of Kansas versus Trina Golden. Will the parties who appear on video please state their appearances for the record?
Your Honor, may it please the court, State of Kansas appears by Assistant District Attorneys Daniel Obermeyer and Abby Olson.
May it please the court, Your Honor, Jessica Sokoloff appears on behalf of Trina Golden, who also appears by video.
Mr. Obermeyer.
Judge, we're here for a preliminary hearing. Counsel informed me last week that she would be requesting a continuance for further negotiations and review of the evidence with the defendant. I have no objection to that. The state was ready to proceed today, but we have no objection to continuance.
Ms. Sokoloff.
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct. I also have a brief motion on bond.
And so, Ms. Golden, you agree and you want the matter defense continuance to another date to give your lawyer, Ms. Sokoloff, an opportunity to further engage with the prosecutors to see if something could be resolved in your cases. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And Officer Bien, you're present in the courtroom. Did you want to add anything? Officer Bien is here present. She is not wanting to add anything. Seeing no objection by the state to the defendant's motion to continue the matters over for further negotiations, the court will grant the defense continuance. Do you want another preliminary hearing setting, Ms. Sokoloff, or do you want a potential plea date in person? What would you prefer?
I think another prelim, because if that will give us enough time, I'm sure, before we can get back on the court's calendar. And if we can't resolve it, then we'll be ready to go at that time, Your Honor, if that's okay with the prosecutors.
That's fine, Your Honor.
And I would also say that if the matters do get resolved, Ms. Golden, the court has no doubt that your attorney, Ms. Sokoloff, will be reaching out to the court in advance of whatever this date is to try to take it up earlier if that's what you all want to do, if agreements are reached. The court will grant the defense motion, set this matter for another preliminary hearing setting. Did you all need 2 hours, Mr. Obermeyer, Ms. Olson?
I think 2 hours should be sufficient, Your Honor.
Ms. Sokoloff, you agree with that assessment?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll set this for a preliminary hearing, 2 hours set aside, in person on.
Do any of you remember where we left off as far as dates?
And the records reflect Bailiff Christensen is speaking specifically about email communications between the parties in the court about potential 2-hour time slots.
Gina, I believe you suggested July 17th. Or first it was, I believe, July 7th. That didn't work for defense counsel. And then you suggested July 17th. That does not work for the state. But we're open to other times.
Okay, what about July? We only need 2 hours, not half day. Is that correct?
I think 2 hours is sufficient, yes.
Okay. What about July 18th at 10?
That works for me.
Judge, I will be in, I have 2 rape trials that are set the week of the 17th to go all week in July. So that week does not work for the state.
What about August 2nd at 2?
That works for me.
I'll be in jury trial the first 2 weeks of August on a felony murder.
August 14th at 10.
That works for me.
That works for my calendar.
That works for me, Judge, and it works for our detective.
We've adequately just explored the month of June, the month of July? Do we think? I know that Ms. Christian has been sending out some other dates for 2-hour hearings. And I know counsel, all of you have busy trial calendars. I just want to, I mean, here we are. Granted, we are almost May 1st, but we're looking at an August date.
I'm happy to check my calendar for other dates if the court has other availability.
How much time do you need to try to negotiate the matter, Ms. Sokoloff? I know that and that might be an unfair question, but I'm just trying to get we accommodate your request for some more time for negotiations balanced against having the preliminary hearing too. So if you think August 2nd, well,
I was going to say
need...
maybe 30 to 45 days as on my end. So that would in July, I believe anyway.
Okay. So that puts us at about that date anyway.
I think so, Judge.
Are you intending on pursuing any judge-assisted mediation?
I hadn't thought about that, but now that you mention it, that might be a good idea. You know, I haven't spoken to the prosecution about it, but that might be something that we might discuss, and that would certainly give us time to get that accomplished if the parties were agreeable.
Is the state opposed to at least reaching out to a judge for judge-assisted mediation? Ms. Golden, so you're aware of what that process is in our jurisdiction. There are some of other judges on the bench will participate in judge-assisted mediation. It is not binding. And moreover, it's confidential, so it's not anything that I would eventually ever learn about if that mediation was unsuccessful. But it sometimes it does result in cases being resolved, and it's not unusual to begin that process pre-prelim. So as to this, Ms. Golden understands what that's about, and obviously Ms. Sokoloff can explain to her a little bit more details or answer those questions. Will the state be opposed if Ms. Sokoloff wanted to initiate a judge-assisted mediation process to try to maximize the use of time between now and August 2nd?
We have no problem with that, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Then the court would encourage with that passage, with that time frame, obviously, reaching out to a judge to see if they're available to conduct judge-assisted mediation. Set this. Do you have someone in mind? I can start an email just with the AA, or do you want to do that, Ms. Sokoloff?
I can do that, Judge. I'll put my thinking cap on. Thank you.
Very good. Ms. Golden, on both of your cases, the court's ordering you to appear in person at the Johns County Courthouse, Division 9 on August 2nd, 2023 at 2 o'clock. The court is setting aside 2 hours for an in-person go preliminary hearing, having the probation revocation matter track along with. Does Officer Bien need to be at that August 2nd date? Does the state know yet, or you'll be in communication with Officer Bien about that?
Probably not, Your Honor. And I apologize. I think that the court misspoke. I think we had it set for August 14th.
Oh, I did misspeak. August 14th. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Are we doing anything with the 2015 case, or is that one done?
That is not. That one needs to be called as well. There are 3 cases that are set today.
Okay.
August 14th at what time?
10.
Ordered to appear in person August 14th, 2023 at 10 o'clock, with the court setting aside 2 hours for an in-person go preliminary hearing on that date. The court will also call 15 CR 1993. Also to be, that will be scheduled for another scheduling conference on a probation violation. Ms. Sokoloff, your motion on bond.
Judge, can I just confirm it's set for August 14th at 10 a.m.?
Correct. August 14th, 2023, 10 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. My client has 3 cases, as the court's aware. I think her probation cases are set at $10,000 each, and then the felony is set at $100,000 each. We'd be asking for a reduction to $25,000 on the felony case, or any reduction that the court deems appropriate. My client's been in custody for 86 days in Johnson County. That doesn't include the time that she was in custody before she was extradited from California. If she were to bond out, she would live in Olathe with her daughter. She would be agreeable to the conditions of electronic monitoring. She promises to make every court appearance. She does have some health issues that would be better addressed if she were on the outside. And for those reasons, we would request the court reduce her bond.
State's position?
Judge, the state believes that bond is set as appropriate. I don't typically go into the facts of the cases which the court has before it. However, given that we were prepared to proceed with the preliminary hearing today, I don't think it's inappropriate for the court to consider some of the facts of this case, which are in the affidavit, but also that the state would present evidence that it's a very solid case against the defendant, that she indeed distributed the oxycodone, which Madeline Miller, who was 19 years old at the time of her death, consumed, resulting in her death. This is a level 1 felony. It's obviously the highest felony we have before we get off grid. And given her criminal history, she's facing approximately 15 years in KDOC custody. I know that we've continued this out for negotiation, but I can assure the court that any negotiated resolution would not include the state agreeing to probation for this matter. Furthermore, in the probation revocation matters, the defendant was AWOL for a significant period of time, and I believe she was tracked down finally in California. So she's also a flight risk for those reasons. Given all these factors, we would be opposed to any bond modification and ask the court to keep the bond where it's at.
Ms. Sokoloff, you referred to California. I know in 20 CR 1869 with allegations that in essence, Ms. Golden went AWOL on her felony probation. That was a warrant that became active back in January of 2021 that wasn't executed on until it looks like January of 2023, some 2 years later. Was she continuously in custody in the state of California? And if so, why that was? Or was she simply picked up on those outstanding warrants in the state of California and extradited?
Judge, I believe she was picked up on those warrants as she was living in California and then extradited back to Kansas.
Okay. The bond as set are appropriate to ensure Ms. Golden's appearance at the next court date in light of the overall record in this case and the status and allegations in her 15 CR 1993 probation and also 20 CR 1869 probation, wherein there are pending motions to revoke those probations. Additionally, in 20 CR 1869 alone, there was an outstanding warrant for having gone AWOL on probation that was pending since January of 2021. And also the nature of the allegations in 22 CR 3438 to ensure community safety. The bonds as set are appropriate. The court is denying the bond modification. If you do post Ms. Golden, the court is ordering you to appear in person August 14, 2023 at 10 a.m. for a go preliminary hearing on that date.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge.
Seeing nothing further, the matters are adjourned.
Recording stopped.
All right. There you go, folks. Boy, I was reading chat here, and a lot of you kind of already knew kind of what was going to happen. So pretty serious shit there. Obviously, if you kind of followed along with everything, pretty much Miss Trina Golden is going to be in jail minimum till August 1. If she's able to bond out, it's going to be 10% of what you guys heard, which I had to listen a little bit better. I'd have to go back again, but I think more or less, I think pretty much she's going to have to cough up about $15,000 to $20,000. That's a lot of money. That's cash money. And if you also heard, they were also trying to actually have the bond removed, period, because they said she had some health conditions that would require her, would be better for her outside of jail. And then, I'll tell you this, had they not actually asked for that bond reduction as far as her, the defense, we never would have gotten any of that information that you heard in regards to, some of the facts of the case, which like you heard, and which we kind of discussed the other night, which I used the example of kind of, whenever you see that charge of distribution of drugs with, with a murder charge or a death charge, that usually means something like they sold some hot drugs or something. That person overdosed. Doesn't matter if they were hot or not. Just could mean they took a large, big quantity amount of some type of drug that caused them to overdose and die. And in this case, this was pretty much what it was. It sounds like, and again, this is allegedly. This case is not complete. So this person, although they are incarcerated, they're incarcerated because they are a flight risk at this point. Again, but they are not guilty until proven guilty. So, I don't know if you heard the prosecutor. He said more or less they were already ready to start the preliminary hearing. It sounded like they have some pretty solid evidence, but kind of going back to what we were discussing just a little bit earlier was, in this case, it sounds like she sold some narcotics to an individual, a 19-year-old, and that individual overdosed and died from that. And for whatever reason in their investigation of that individual's death, somehow they tracked those, that sale of those drugs back to Trina, allegedly. So that's what's going on right now. There's also, she's also, and I'm going to I don't know if some of you are kind of putting the dots together. And I'm kind of looking at the camera, so I'll start reading chat here in a second in case you have any questions. But let me explain something here for you. If you kind of heard and kind of followed everything, she was actually extradited from California, okay? So they were trying to say, she served some time. When they were asking for the bond reduction, they were saying that she had served time already in California, and she's already been incarcerated just under 90 days here in Kansas. Or not here, I'm not in Kansas, but in Kansas. So what's going on there is she was in California. Remember what she was doing in California, right? She was supposedly on the RV, Captain Content's RV show. She was literally running from these charges in California. So she told, I'll try to find some of the clips as we start getting more into this case. But if some of y'all may have some and want to help, I'm looking more for like pretty much the first day she jumped on the RV, because I know she gave a background story to Captain as far as why she was in Los Angeles and what she was doing there. But get that. Can you believe what a narcissistic type of person she has to be to pretty much be running from some serious fucking charges and then goes to California, which, hey, I get it. One of the largest states in the country, but what do? You literally go on a 24/7 RV show that at that time had a lot of viewership, okay? And she had a lot of exposure. So it's amazing that she would have done that when she was pretty much running from the law. And what happened is, and what I need to get details on is what caused her to get arrested in California. All we heard was she got arrested in California and then was extradited to Kansas. I don't know what she did to get arrested in California, but we'll find out. Like I said, we're just kind of jumping into this case, but already the preliminary hearing started about a few days since we, started the coverage of this. So we jumped right into it head first. And you heard a lot of facts go on right there. I mean, in just about a 20-minute clip, maybe a little bit longer, a whole shitload of stuff came out. And boy, I mean, I'm going to tell you this. I can say, we're going to do a little bit more research as far as, based on her past history, what felonies she may have. Obviously, she's a flight risk. They took that really serious. They knew she, although you heard her public defender kind of, she'll be with her sister. She doesn't mind an ankle monitor bracelet. Hey, maybe that's the fact. But they go based on history. And when obviously they've already ran. And if you heard the judge ask the public defender, she said, did she turn herself in or was she picked up? There might have been a little bit of some sympathy from the judge if she had turned herself in, but that wasn't the case. And, obviously the public defender is not going to be dishonest and told the judge, nope, she was, picked up. Had they not picked her up, she may still be free. They might have not had her right there, right in front of your eyes. So who knows? But like I said, I just find it really weird why you would run from something like this, one, okay? And then two, put yourself in front of thousands of people on a freaking RV show. But like I said, if you the one word, if you start tying all these people we're covering, I think the one thing we can all agree on, and I know you've heard it, narcissist. Okay, please look it up. Start. They've got it in them. It's something that literally what makes them sound so stupid for putting themselves in front of the camera. They just can't stop from doing it. Okay. I mean, geez, it's almost like literally everybody we've covered now is the same thing. That's all got him in trouble, And now the previous case, hey, they've been exonerated. But these last few cases, the last two, well, one's not finished. Excuse me. We're going to discuss that. The other person, they're running. They're kind of like Trina right now in their state of Oklahoma. They're just waiting to be picked up. They've got outstanding warrants now in Tulsa County, Wagner County, New Jersey, Nevada, and supposedly California. So that person's going to be doing the same thing. They're going to get picked up. They may be extradited. Who knows? But I mean, it's crazy. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is these people all share the same damn thing. Narcissists. All right. So give me a second here. I'm sorry. I'm getting a few little messages here. Okay, cool. Sometimes people have some clips for me to play and stuff. And, if there's something I can play right away, I will. A lot of times I do got to just check them out. And then I got to load them up and everything. So, hey, if I don't catch your clip or put it up today, don't worry. I'm going to, like I said, we're just starting the coverage on this individual. Obviously, our next hearing is going to be sometime in August. That may change. Like I said, I'll keep you updated as soon as I hear anything. But we're going to start getting any of the public documents that we can, request through, Freedom of Information Act request. Start getting a little bit more information as far as, what caused them to get in trouble in LA. Maybe some of you all know. So if you do, please contact me through Instagram. That's the best way, and let me know. Like I said, I like to learn a little bit of everything. Of course, I'm going to fact check a lot of this stuff. Not, just because somebody says something, of course, I'm going to look into it and verify it. But like you've seen in the past, we do a lot of that just by providing the public documents and posting that for everybody. That way we fact check the person, like most cases, the defendant, their story, as well as some of the, tips that people give us through the Instagram, messages and through the community post board and stuff like that. So, all right. Well, let's see here. We're going to jump back to Trina. Like I said, obviously it's something a lot of people are going to want to discuss. The next hearing is going to be sometime in August, so we got plenty of time to look into that case. As a matter of fact, I'm already going to start getting ready. We had a lot of suggestions this last show about other people that were, obviously having hearings coming up soon. Let's see here. I have all the names written down here. We got about 4 to 5 individuals that I've already started looking into. And now that with Trina, we already know that case, as far as, the court coverage would not be coming into minimum, sometime in August. So I think we can say we can start covering some of these other individuals. I need a drink of water, just as we're just finishing the month and starting our new month. Okay. With that being said, I want to jump into the, hey, thank you, SoCal. Looks like check Jen's DMs. Okay. I thought I did, but let me see here. Thank you. I didn't know that was something. Trina on here is not a criminal. Okay, let me load this up. Okay, if you've already looked through it, Jen, and it's cool to load up, then I'll do it. Let's see here. Let me get that. Just give me a second, and I'll post that up. Thanks, SoCal. I appreciate that. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. I apologize. But let me get that started here. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm going to have to record this here. I'm sure there's easier ways, but I'm still new to putting stuff up on the StreamYard stuff. But yeah, I do got some updated news about the ControLLa case. This obviously comes from the courts. These aren't little rumors floating around or anything like that. We're going to play as far as what ControLLa even talked about. She pretty much told a lot about what happened yesterday morning in this morning's live stream from her. Obviously, she said she was busy doing something with her family. It doesn't matter to me personally, but a lot of people, were really concerned because, she was AWOL. And, a lot of people figured, hey, she was going to come on, knowing how she is. She was going to come on right after she got home. She did it, when the last court coverage, remember? I don't even know she was in the car ride back. She was still already live. But I know for a fact, as soon as she got home, she was live. So I guess everybody was expecting that yesterday, and it didn't happen. So a lot of people, a lot of rumors started. You know how it is. You know how it goes. But, obviously she came live, so she's not in jail. And she explained a lot of what happened, and we're going to listen to that. But I've also got a lot of information that I'm going to verify with you guys that wasn't said that she did not mention in today's live stream. So while we're actually perfect, I'm going to start that clip. And while we're waiting for that, or not waiting, but while that's going, I'll start downloading this clip that was sent to me. Hey, sorry about that. See, I got so much stuff going on. I got to just think smarter, not harder, right? That's what they say. All right. So without further ado, let me get this clip going. Let's see here. Should be this one here.
8:30. I went live last night, like
beginning. This one's obviously, you know how she. Hold on, let me pause this. Obviously, you know how she is. She most of the time she doesn't show herself, so it's a blank screen. She does show herself, I think, a little bit during this clip, but I just left it a blank screen. You're obviously the audio is what you're listening for. So without further ado, here we go. Sorry, no more interruptions.
Last night at like 8:30. I went live last night like 8:30 because for hours I had been getting hit up by people like, yo, are you okay? And I just got annoyed with like people hitting me up, like telling me like, oh, are you in jail? And then friggin' I heard that Best of YouTube Truths was talking about it, and that fucking annoyed me. And after my stream, I went in, I'm like, yo, you literally have my number. Like, you could have asked me. So, yeah. And then, exactly, Jem, exactly. Supposedly they care about people. What, like, do you think that it'll be good for my child if I go to jail? Like, do you think that that'll help my child in any way? Like, a lot of people think, oh, well, if she goes to jail, then her daughter will go with the in-laws. Both of my in-laws raise their children, okay? Both of my in-laws raise their children. My mother-in-law's daughter just went off to fucking college. Do you really think that they want to raise another child? Honestly, do you think that they want to raise another child? Not to mention that they both work full-time fucking jobs. And not just like, oh, they work hard-ass full-time jobs. The type of jobs that usually gets taken home with them, okay? And on top of that, they have a social life. So do you think at 50 plus, my in-laws really, after raising all their children, sending their children off to college and so on and so forth, do you really think that it's their responsibility and their job to raise another child? And do you think that Ellie would prosper there with two working parents, two people that work full time, so majority of the day she'd be in daycare and not with them, and then for not having her mother in her life? Do you really think that that's the best for her? I'm asking seriously. Does anybody think that that's the best for her? You want to know why I don't promote people to call CPS on Trisha? Because as fucked up as a parent as Trisha is, I don't for a second think that Sheridan is better off in foster care than she is with her own fucking mother. Okay? What up, Happy? As fucked up as Trisha is, I still think that that's a better option than the system. Exactly. All because people don't like me. They want my child taken from me. Not even taken from me. They want me taken from my child at this point. They want me taken from my child. They want me put in jail. Like, I heard that Bombshell, like, caught an orgasm off the thought that I was in jail. No, bitch, I'm here. Honestly, Bombshell, I think you'll wind up in jail before I do with your scamming ways. And if you go to jail, Bombshell, nobody will give a fuck. If anybody thinks that a jury would convict me of the shit that y'all are insane. If that was the case, like, if you honestly think that it would go to that length, y'all are insane. In order for my child to have been endangered, she would have to been endangered. No, I did not take the plea. I said over and over again that I'm not taking a plea deal. I don't know why. There's still a lot of things that need to happen. Fun fact, I'm not even indicted yet. Haven't even been indicted yet. Grand jury action has not been taken yet. I wonder why. I mean, I think that they probably have enough to indict, but they don't have enough to convict.
Prison jail.
Stop calling me. Someone keeps on calling me from jail. Like, I don't want to talk.
All right. Let me get that removed here. That was the end of that clip there. So that was pretty much, obviously it was a long live stream this morning, but I just played the clip that, she pretty much referenced a little about what went on this morning, or yesterday morning, excuse me, which she claimed she said she didn't take the plea. I'm going to read something here for you. Just give me 1 second. We'll see if that verifies. Just excuse me for 1 second here. I'm almost done loading that clip here, so I just want to get that started while I continue. That way, when I'm finished, we can jump into that. There we go. All right, cool. Thank you for your patience on that. So, all right. So let me get this email here read. And so I pretty much, simple and easy, I just communicated with the court. This is going to be the Middlesex Superior Court. This is the same court that we provided the court coverage the last time we were in New Jersey. And for some of you that are new, that may have just jumped in maybe from the Trina Golden coverage, you may be familiar who ControLLa is. If you're not, pretty easy just to go do a YouTube search, and there's plenty of rabbit holes you can jump down. But if you're wanting more concerned about what's going on with this current court coverage, I have that available on my main channel. I am going to be posting a lot of these court coverages, like the one Trina's. I'm probably just going to cut and have hers without the show, and I'll have that posted on my other clip channel, which is NJCOURTSTV Clips. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to that channel, I would really appreciate it. That'd be awesome. There are going to be a lot of clips that you may not see on the main channel on there, as well as if you want to catch any replays of any of the court coverage, like, for example, our last court coverage on Gamble, you can catch that on that channel. So I would appreciate a subscription. That way you do get a notification if any other clips come on. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you'll catch this Trina coverage on that channel, for example, after this. But, without getting off track here, like I said, what I was going with is, if you're interested in just seeing the ControLLa coverage from before yesterday's date, obviously we weren't there to give you the live coverage, but the previous court date, we were there to provide the live court coverage for you. So if you just joined us today, you do have that opportunity to check out that live court coverage from ControLLa's second hearing. She did the first one over the phone or through Zoom. Second one was the one that we showed or that we provided for you, which was the live court coverage. Today was the third hearing in regards to this case. And then let me go ahead and read the email here that I received from the court in regards to this current hearing. Okay, let me just pull it up here for you. All right, so it says, let's see here. Defendant is scheduled for a pre-indictment conference on May 15th of this year before Judge Pitchford in courtroom 504. So same judge, same courtroom. Next hearing is going to be May 15th. And if you heard me, that was a pre-indictment conference. So let me show you something here. Because pre-indictment conference can be a little bit different depending on what state you're in, okay? So I looked it up here for New Jersey. Give me just 1 second so I can pull it up. I think it might have been at the end, actually, of that clip. Did I? Yeah, I think I did that. Give me just 1 second. I think I did that here.
Like I have no.
Let me fast forward here. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. I always do that. I forget that I just add it to the same clip here.
Live.
Whoops. Let me just pause it. I don't know why I did that. Here we go. Sorry about that. All right. Let me get my face out of there if I can. All right. So what is a pre-indictment conference in New Jersey? A pre-indictment conference takes place before the criminal case is presented before a New Jersey grand jury who decides whether to indict the defendant charged. Okay? It is generally the first contact a prosecutor has with a defendant after the charge has been filed. So I will tell you this. ControLLa obviously didn't take the plea deal. She was telling the truth. And just to be fair, she did say that, she hasn't been indicted yet. And that is correct. But if you listen to her, which kind of didn't make sense, she said that she had she said she thought there was enough evidence to get her indicted, but not convicted. I don't know if she realizes that although it might not be the same jury, it's obviously the same type of setting. So if a group of 12 to 18 members of a jury, indict you on the pretty much, what it is, right? It's just going to be playing the video. That's the biggest piece of evidence that the, prosecution has. And it's solid evidence. And the thing about it is this evidence came right from the person, the defendant. Okay. It doesn't get any more solid than that. So if a, grand jury indicts her on that video, I'm pretty sure a jury is going to do the same thing based on that video. We all kind of have like minds, and it's a pretty emotional video. That's the thing. Okay. You're going to really upset a lot of people on that jury. There's just nothing you can avoid about that. The other thing I want to address, just give me 1 second. I was loading that video. I'm kind of doing two things at one time. Sorry. I don't want to get distracted. So now I need to just put this up on here. So what do I got to do? Oh, I know what I got to do. Let's just do this. Okay, I think I got to share it. All right, so let's go this. Let's go this. Okay, yeah, cool. Just give me 1 second here. I want to address something that she said in her video. Let me just send this over to my computer. Okay, so, oh, sorry there. I think, sorry. Hey, SoCal, thank you. I'm sorry. I was looking at my other phone. We got a $5 super chat from SoCal. Per big ups, Trina is bad. ControLLa is mad and Ski is sad. What a bunch. Ha ha ha. I like that. Let me read it up a little poetic here. Per big ups, Trina is bad. ControLLa is mad and Ski is sad. What a bunch. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding. Thanks, SoCal, for that $5 super chat. Much appreciated. Okay, so I got that video sent, but something I want to address that if you heard ControLLa say is, what was it? Oh, she was addressing that this individual, I the name of it, that she thinks doesn't exist, right? Supposedly, according to her, this is the individual that gave the anonymous tip, essentially. Not anonymous, they left the name. And I think there's I don't know what, they probably obviously left the contact, whether it's through a number or an email, I don't know. But again, that was information that I didn't have access to. I don't know if you guys remember, we did a walk and talk and we addressed that. She had actually done a live stream where she was, pretty much addressing my live stream the night before, okay? And one of the things she said was she, didn't, that this person that supposedly, I guess, contacted the police and gave them the link to the video, she had their information, and why did I not have that, and that I was withholding that to pretty much, make her seem more like she was, whatever the story was. Well, that was untrue. One, I never got that information, most likely because if that person's a witness, they're not going to give me that information. And if she had it, it was probably because her lawyer gave it to her just with confidentiality that she wasn't going to share that, which she did. Okay. And that's not cool. Now, second of all, I want to say something here. You all know very well, probably from, and I'm not saying, hey, this is the same thing as any, crime show or anything, but this is how, those shows you see, and something that is true in real life when it comes to investigations and stuff like that is there's plenty of people that give anonymous tips to the police and detectives that end up being fucking investigations they solve, go to, court, get somebody indicted, and that person found guilty, okay? That's the important thing is all that individual, whether you say they don't exist. Say, for example, and let me tell you this, ControLLa, you are correct. You know your law a little bit. You do have the right to address that person when it goes to the grand jury indictment hearing, okay? Now, here's one thing, though. You're not going to be able to have your public defender in there. For some of you all that aren't aware of how these grand jury, works, how these grand jury hearings work, is pretty much it's the prosecutor trying to provide or prove with their evidence that to a jury that, this person is, essentially guilty enough to, go forth into a trial. And I say to say not guilty, but that there's enough evidence to find this person indictable. That's a better word, okay? Then they go to the trial to see if they're guilty or not guilty with the other jury. But the only people allowed in that courtroom is going to be the prosecutor, the jury, and if ControLLa wants to be there, she can, because she has that right. She has that right to interview, cross-examine, essentially any witnesses that the prosecution provides. But remember, she will not be able to have her public defender in there. So I guarantee her public defender is going to advise her very much of that, especially when she has, a big mouth. Okay, I'm sorry to say it's the truth. Also, I don't think she can handle a cross-examination by herself. And second of all, I don't think she can even cross-examine somebody by herself. So, hey, it's up to her, but I just want people to understand how that works, okay? Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if they don't have that person there. Say, for example, that person wants to stay, even though their name supposedly was doxed by ControLLa, if they wanted to stay anonymous, which they should have, they don't have to be there, okay? All that they need is just the evidence. All that individual did was provide the link for the police to see this video. And excuse me, let me just plug in my charger before this laptop goes papoosh. And then you guys will be really mad at me. Hold on. Oh, I should have thought about that earlier, huh? I wasn't thinking. That's my fault. Let's see here. I think I got it in my other room here. Maybe let me just double check. All right, give me just 1 second here, folks. Let me just get that charger and I'll be right back, okay? All right, thanks for your patience. Sorry if the pups were barking. They're in the room with me. All right, let's get this. I think this should reach here. Let's see. All right. I think we're good. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your patience there. All right. So, let's see here. Let me have a swig of my drink and just get focused where I was at. Yes. So just wrapping up what I was saying is essentially that person doesn't have to be there. Okay. The evidence, which is the video, is there. And I don't know, and we'll talk about this when I have it. I have it. I just didn't have it uploaded. Obviously, we have plenty of time to discuss this case because the next hearing is not going to be until May 15th. But if you guys remember from the previous paperwork I had, which was the paperwork that we submitted a Freedom of Information Act to get, there's an actual testimony from the detective. That's the detective that was contacted by this individual. Okay. That detective is the one that makes the testimony that they received a link. They clicked the link, essentially watched the video. And based on watching the video, they found enough evidence to charge this person with the charges they received. Okay. That's important because most likely that detective, and again, I don't know, I'm not a fortune teller, just based on just experience. And, you guys can have, it's common sense of just what you heard. I'm sure that detective, being that they're probably obviously detective, they don't care about showing their face there. If ControLLa wanted to cross-examine them, they're more than welcome to. I'm sure they don't care, but they're probably going to be one of the main witnesses there that's going to obviously, pretty much be there to verify their witness statement that they gave that's in the paperwork that, yes, we clicked on the link, we saw the video, I was able to identify that individual. And, I forgot, in that paperwork, and again, we'll read it together, I believe the patrol officer was even questioned. The one that arrived on the accident was actually interviewed by that detective. And there is a statement that says, there's a statement that says that patrol officer watched the video and confirmed with that detective that was the same individual that was involved in the accident. So I guarantee you they're probably going to be the two primary witnesses. And one of the big pieces of evidence is obviously going to be the video. And like ControLLa said it herself, okay? She said, oh, well, they might be able to indict me, but they won't, find me guilty, essentially. Well, like I said, remember, if a grand jury can indict you on that video, it's going to be the same, another jury of 12 individuals, sitting there and watching the same video. And like I said, we all have like minds, especially when it gets to emotional things like that. So, she can do whatever she wants. I hope she listens to her lawyer. Again, I don't know what they personally discussed today, but I don't know if he advised her not, to take the plea deal, and she didn't. Now, one thing to remember, when they have this conference, okay, there is still time to essentially for her to take the plea deal. Okay. They may change it. Usually they probably won't. At this point, if they've already put this much effort into putting all this together and on paper, I don't imagine that they're going to make it any lesser, essentially, which would be something ControLLa would hope, like, oh, I'll just wait it out and see if they change the plea deal. Now, essentially they might give her one last chance to take the plea deal at this conference. And if she doesn't, then they're going to present pretty much what evidence that they got to pretty much give each other their discovery. Okay. They got to give each other pretty much in front of the judge, one last time to give each other what evidence they have that they're going to be pretty much providing or, essentially bringing up at the grand jury hearing, okay, for the indictment, excuse me. So that's pretty much it. I don't even think I'm going to do a little homework, but I don't even think this hearing on the 15th is going to be something that big. The hearing that most likely, if we're going to provide any live coverage, is going to be the jury hearing, and if they're going to have the indictment, the grand jury indictment on May 15th, that other hearing could be anywhere late May to June to July. Who knows? Okay. But, we'll just take it one hearing at a time. That's all we can do. So like I said, that information that I received was verified, that I read to you, was verified through an email communication with the court. And like I said, that's as much as I know. I don't think if I even requested any more paperwork on this, I would get anything more different than what I've already received. But we could always do it and see what happens. So that might be something I might be submitting to see if there's any more paperwork that's now available for the public to view from the last amount of paperwork, or excuse me, from the paperwork we went over from the last request we put in on this case. All right. So let me jump back over to my phone here. I think everything got sent over on that clip. I just got to transfer it over to the StreamYard. This was something regarding to Trina. So sorry to be bouncing around, but, like I said, we just got the clip, so we're going to play it, and we'll just go with it as we go. I mean, as far as the ControLLa case, that was pretty much the update I wanted to give everybody. There's nothing further. We played ControLLa's pretty much response to what she said happened, and for the most part, I'll give it to her. She didn't seem to fib around too much. I think she had a few things incorrect, but for the most case, she didn't take the plea like she said, and like she said, she hasn't been indicted yet. That's true. Hey, Stick said I'm a nobody with the $2 super chat. Stick said I'm a nobody. Well, I'm sorry. Stick, behave. Thank you for that super chat. Much appreciated. So, yeah, I mean, that's as far as the update on ControLLa, okay? As I receive any more updates, like I said, if we receive any more public documents that we can go over, certainly I'm going to let you all know. And like I said, we got plenty of time to provide more coverage about that as it goes. So, next update, unless we hear anything sooner, is going to be May 15th, all right? All right, so let's see here. Let me get that clip loaded here. If you guys want to take a little breather, a little 1-minute breather. I'm drinking some water tonight. If anybody's drinking a adult beverage, cheers. And if you're not, hey, cheers as well for me. But if you're drinking a beer, have a sip for me, all right? Cheers. But let's see here. Let me get that other clip going. Let me move this out of the way. All right, here we go. Ooh, hi. Got my John Deere hat. All right, let's see here. So we already got it sent here. It should be here. Excuse me just for 1 second. I'm just going to be pulling up this clip. Hopefully it's here. Let's see here. Let me refresh. Yep, here it is. All right. It is almost done. When I did, Jen, if you're watching, and I'll take a look at it more, and we'll play it the next time too, because like I said, we're going to be doing some more coverage, but I just pretty much took a 45-second clip of what I think was pretty much what you wanted me to see about her. But if like I said, I didn't go through the whole clip, so when I have a chance after the stream, I will, and if I missed anything, we'll replay it on the next stream. But let's see here. Let me load it up here. Present. Video file. Yep, this should be it. Just a short clip here. This looks like, let's see, a little background here. Looks like this is, looks like this came from some type of like show. I don't know, like some type of maybe got broadcasted on some web podcast. Who knows? You know what I mean? Trina seems to be a person that is, I don't know, looks like she can jump on some type of anything that provides, an ability to put her face out there and get her name out. Hey, it's showtime, right? The Male Wapa in the house. So without further ado, let's play this clip and see what it's all about. I haven't seen it yet, so this is new to me.
A crime. I've committed a crime. I've committed a crime.
I've committed a crime.
I've committed a crime.
I've committed a crime.
I've committed a crime.
I've committed a crime.
One is an undercover cop. If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize. If the liar survives, they win the entire prize. Who is the odd one out?
So what is everybody's name and why are you guys here?
My name is Trina and I'm here because I have DUIs. I also have a lot of traffic tickets.
I'm Jeremiah. My conviction.
There you go. I wonder when this was. Jen, do you know when this was? I'm curious. Hold on. I think I should be able to see. Give me a second. I wonder when this was filmed because I think we had a little bit more going on than DUIs, my friends. let's see here. That's interesting. Let me go back to her here. Sorry, Jeremiah, you're not the star of the show. That's the star right there, Miss Trina Golden, Miss Molly Whopper. Man, she didn't look too good. I saw a lot of people were asking about her in a wheelchair. I have no clue what her medical condition is. I'd have to go back to some of her other streams. Maybe some of you know in the chat, you know, what she said in the past she's had before, but it did appear like she was in a wheelchair. And if y'all heard her public defender when she was requesting, you know, obviously she has to lower the bond, but then at the end she said she ultimately would just like her not to have a bond and to be released because of their medical condition, which they didn't mention. And obviously it's none of our business per probably HIPAA, but hey, if they mention it, they mention it because it is a public court hearing and, you know, it is obviously a public video. So but if some of you all know what she's, okay, Zoot says she's claimed to have cancer. Okay, I had heard that, so I didn't want to make an allegation, but I had remembered, I think I had heard her say something like that. As a matter of fact, I think there was even some allegation she had what is it, that website where you can fundraise money? Geez, I forgot. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think she did something like that. You know, one of these fundraisers for her. And I don't know, you know, if she obviously doesn't have cancer, then she scammed that money. But again, I'm not too sure. But if somebody can verify that for me in the chat, GoFundMe's, there you go. Excuse me. Thank you, Cesar. She said she has cancer. Thanks, Stick and Nobody. GoFundMe. All right, so let's see here when that video got produced. That says, and again, let's see here. I mean, this is when it was uploaded. I can't guarantee, obviously, this is when it was filmed. Let me see if it says something about that. All right, so again, I can't verify this 100%, but the only date on here is when it was uploaded, apparently, and that was August 27th of 2021. If I'm not mistaken, let's see here. Where did we have her charges? Here we go. Let's see here. Oh, man, this one didn't have it. Did I have it on? I have it on somewhere else, but if I'm not mistaken, they were stemming from 2020. So shoot, man, I think if this was, and you know what, if this was filmed obviously in on a stage, I would imagine it was probably when she was in California. So let's see here. And I mean, they said she had just spent about 90 days in Kansas jail. So, you know, we're April 25th. That pushes us to March, February, January. So she pretty much went into Kansas jail around January 25th, around that time. They said she was, you know, obviously extradited. Maybe let's say she spent a month in California jail. Who knows? They said something. I think I just misunderstood it. They may have not said it, but they did obviously say she spent jail time in California. But let's just say give it a month, okay? So essentially, she probably got picked up, you know, somewhere late 2022, you know, in December, early January 2023. So, I mean, what does it say right there? I think it said it when she got picked up. Booking date. Hold on. Sorry. Let me zoom in here. There we go. I'm blind. Booking date. Yeah, there we go. January 31st of 2023. I was a little off, but we were close. So that's when she was booked into Kansas. Hold on. I might not be off. That's when she was booked into Kansas. Yeah. And we said she spent time in not Los Angeles. I don't know if it's LA, but in California. So she was extradited from there. So yeah, I think she was pretty much picked up late 2022, you know, maybe December. So essentially she had probably obviously she had done the Captain Content RV show, and it looks like she had probably filmed this show. So yep, liar, liar, pants on fire, Trina, because you had a lot more going on than those DUIs when you filmed that show. That's for sure. Yeah, man. And that's pretty scary thing, man. I don't know if there's anybody here that may have been on that show with her, not this show, but on the RV with her. But think about it. Some of those people were laying, you know, foot to head to foot with a supposedly drug dealer that, allegedly ended the life of a young individual, which is, not to be taken, in a comical sense. That's real sad. I had no idea, obviously I knew something happened serious, but that's really sad. It's obviously an epidemic that's taking the lives of a lot of young individuals of all ages, honestly. But it's the big demographic of it is going to be these younger kids, and unfortunately they got a lot of this crap that it's all crap. But they think it's one drug and it's not. It's laced with another. Usually fentanyl is what's doing it for these people, and they're taking a big amount of something they may have done before. That's what they're used to, and they're not used to it having the fentanyl. And all it takes is a small amount, especially if you've never done it before, and you're dead. And it's sad. And there's that controversy, which is, well, hey, she didn't put the pills in that person's mouth or up their nose. I get it, but remember, this individual allegedly is, and it sounds like they have a pretty solid case, is being accused of, being responsible for that. And I think that's, me personally, a place to start with, as well as, any other person that they can, bring in with that. Obviously, these drugs come from the top of the chain. They come from Mexico, the cartel, they can't go after those individuals. But hey, if they can take a drug dealer off the street, especially one that, gave these, narcotics allegedly to somebody and caused their death, how many other lives would they maybe save possibly? So I know there's a little controversy between that, but I personally think that, it's really important that there's justice done on both sides, for the people that actually are the ones that, do the violent crimes, the murder that stabs that person. But hey, a lot of times it doesn't have to be physical. In this case, this is, a drug dealer that handed some drugs that allegedly, took the life of a young individual. So, but yeah, obviously she was doing a lot of stuff down in California. And remember, she's running from these charges. I mean, that's fucking nuts, in my opinion, that you're running from these serious charges, and there you are doing, like I said, the Captain Content RV show, and did this fucking show like, hey, I'm on the internet, look for me, I'm in California. So I'd be interested from, if anybody knows, like I said, obviously I still need to verify, and it's not that I don't believe you, but I'm curious if anybody knows what she got picked up for in the chat in Los Angeles. I wonder if it was just something as simple as like a speeding ticket, and she got pulled over and they pulled up her record, and oh shit. So let me see here. Just sorry, gets a lot of Instagram posts, so if people send a clip over, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything here. I apologize. And also I need to jump on the chat here. I got a little distracted. Let me see something. Looks like somebody sent me something. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you for that. Let's see here. Let me just see if I can post this. Thank you for sending that. Just excuse me for a minute. Looks like somebody sent me something really important that pertains to the Trina Golden case. Let me just ask him if it's okay if I post this really quick. Just give me a minute, please. I may have to just edit something on it, but it'll take me a second if I do. Oh, that's true, Tangent Angels. I remember hearing something about that she was on some type of disability pay too, which I guess maybe has to do with her medical condition. But I mean, she sounds like she's a pretty bad person that, we showed she has a past record that we looked at before. I just don't have that paperwork up here. But if some of y'all saw the introduction to her just a few days ago, we posted that up, and we'll repost it, and we'll see what other states she's visited that she could possibly have a criminal record in. And if I can't post this, at least let me see if there's something important I can share about this person. And well, I'll wait and see what they say. We can, I'll look at some of the chat here and see if there's any questions. Or let me see here. JKBMKL said, I found her arrest date in Los Angeles of December of 2020, but the details aren't there. Okay. And that's what, that actually aligns to, I think, what we saw in the other paperwork. If I'm not mistaken, she had a few charges that were in 2020. All right, and I got something else here. Give me a second. Hopefully I can play it. Okay. We can play this. What I might do is just, let's see here. Just give me a second. I'll just screenshot it and we'll put it up. It's a lot better than just trying to put it in front of the camera there. We got some time. We can be patient. It's not too late yet, but I know it does get late on the East Coast here for people. So thank you for hanging in there with us. All right. Yeah, man, there's a lot of, thank you for everybody sending me this stuff. Like I said, this is going to be a really interesting case. I'll tell you that. All right. Hey, Joe G, good to see you in the chat. Sorry if I didn't say hi. All right. That's one of my other moderators. I was saying hi to the moderators earlier, and I missed you, Joe G. I don't think I saw you, so thanks for joining. All right, cool. Let's do watch again. Let me do the, hold on. Okay, let me just do a screenshot here.
Hi, so I just wanted to do a video and ask everyone to please visit my GoFundMe page. I appreciate any support that I've already got, all the kind words that I've gotten in my inbox. As times are super hard right now. I've lost now a total of 14 and a half pounds. I'm bleeding every single day. Unfortunately.
We got a TikTok video from Trina, and she's talking about what I think this has to do with her telling people about her GoFundMe. So yeah, I guess she did have one set up. So thank you who brought that up in the chat. And I'll share that with you right now. It's a short clip, so this will get loaded up quick. Oh man, jeez. All right. Let me just get that edited really quick.
Hi, so I just wanted to do a video and ask everyone to please visit my GoFundMe.
Thank you for your guys' patience. I got this loading up right now. This one here. The other thing is a picture, but like I said, if I don't hear back from the person, I'm not going to post it. But it looks like it's the, I don't think it's the obituary, but it's kind of the victim's picture essentially. And it's a young lady, it's sad. She's a pretty girl, and 19 years old. She had a lot of life. She was just starting her life. So probably just graduated high school and probably had a lot of ambitions, dreams, and goals. You know how you were when you were at that age, Sad, real sad, man. All right, let me get this shared over here to my laptop. Like I said, it's a short clip, so we should have this up here in a second. Thanks for your patience. All right, let's go here really quick. I'm going. I'm sorry. Thanks for your patience. It's loaded up. I just got to scroll all the way to the top. Oh, so many movies or clips. Remember, there's we started. Well, not we. This was a clip channel. So my gosh, I got so many of the clips on this hard drive. It's insane. All right, we're almost to the top. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome to the NJ Court Show. Sit back, relax, and have a sip of your beer. All right, this has to be here somewhere. Which one was it? Let's see here. I think if I go to sharing, it should show up. Explore. Let's see here. Videos. There we go. Yay. All right, let me get this over here. Download. All right, this is downloading. It's 10, 9, 8. It's almost there. Thank you for your patience. All right, here we go. Let's load this up to StreamYard. Present video file.
Hi, so I just wanted to do a video.
See if I can get this closer here. No. All right, this will be as big, you know, as it's just the all you got to really hear is listen to it here. Let me just start this from the beginning and I'll shut up.
Hi, so I just wanted to do a video and ask everyone to please visit my GoFundMe page. I appreciate any support that I've already got, all the kind words that I've gotten on my inbox. As times are super hard right now, I have lost now a total of 14.5 pounds. I'm only eating one time a day. Unfortunately, due to my circumstances, I am homeless. I just saw the doctor today and found out I lost another 5 pounds, so I'm down to 135, which is not good for me. I'm stressing, so any of your help and support, please, even if you can share my GoFundMe to your social media, that is a blessing as well. Even $5 helps. Anything helps as well. I will attach my Cash App on here as well. Thank you guys so much, and God bless you.
All right, I'll play that again. If you didn't, you got it. She's speaking very quietly, so you got to put up your volume. So I'll play that again for everybody that might not have caught the beginning and then started putting up their volume. And let me put up my volume too, because I can. All right, there we go. All right, I don't know why she's got that whisper. I guess it adds to the you know, effect of it, if you know what I mean.
Hi, so I just wanted to do a video and ask everyone to please visit my GoFundMe page. I appreciate any support that I've already got, all the kind words that I've gotten on my inbox. As times are super hard right now, I have lost now a total of 14.5 pounds. I'm only eating one time a day. Unfortunately, due to my circumstances, I am homeless. I just saw the doctor today and found out I lost another 5 pounds, so I'm down to 135, which is not good for me. I'm stressing, so any of your help and support, please, even if you can share my GoFundMe to your social media, that is a blessing as well. Even $5 helps. Anything helps as well. I will attach my Cash App on here as well. Thank you guys so much, and God bless you.
All right. And I saw somebody ask about the picture. It looks like the individual that sent that over to me, like, I guess, I don't know how Instagram works, you know, kind of like privatize the picture. And that's okay. And I don't screenshot stuff like that. You know, I'm not one of those type of people. So that obviously probably means that they didn't want it to go public. And I respect that. So I think they just wanted to show it to me to kind of, you know, show me, like I said, I'm not obviously going to share the picture, but I can give you a really good description. It's, you know, your typical, you know, young, beautiful girl that just graduated high school. And like I said, had a lot of probably, dreams and goals in her life, and was cut short of that. So it's sad. I'm sure that person is a really beautiful picture. I'm sure they probably had a lot of family and friends that obviously missed that individual. And, hopefully they get the justice that they deserve. Like I said, until this person's found guilty, by the court of law, we got to respect the way the justice system works, and they are technically not guilty. But like I said, if you listen to that prosecutor, they seem pretty. They seem like they had a strong case. I'll just leave it at that. A lot of times you won't even hear a prosecutor talk like that, but I think they're obviously pretty upset about the situation. I'm sure they're very emotional about it too. I'm sure they've talked with the victim's family of this, and they're representing that family to provide them the justice that they want. So, and more power to that individual. I think listening to that prosecutor, it sounded like they knew what they were doing. They just started, but I'll tell you what, I've listened to enough of these people that you can tell just by the way they do their introduction, that whether they got their shit together or not. But we'll see. Like I said, this is just the start of this. I'm not a fortune teller. A lot of these are just my personal opinions or just my personal views. But we have the video here so you guys can make your own opinion. That's why, like I said, it's important, to provide this court coverage for everybody, because you'll hear a lot of stories. You'll hear a lot of things, a lot of hearsay. But when you actually have the coverage in front of you, it is what it is. There's no arguing against that. So I appreciate it. Like I said, thank you everybody that's donated so far this evening. Those donations, like I said before, go 100% back into the channel. Most importantly, they go to the court coverage when we travel. It is, it does cost money to jump on a plane and travel to some of these locations, but with your guys' help and yours all support and donations, we've been able to do it. And I've gotten a lot of feedback from a lot of people that have been very thankful for that coverage, whether it's from the victims or just people, like I said, that never have been exposed to this and are very interested in this type of coverage. Obviously you can go on to some of these big stations, CNN, Fox, whatever, and they're covering some of these larger court hearings, obviously like the Trump case going on. But somebody like myself, what am I going to provide different, covering some of those individuals that the larger shows do? Not really much. I think what's really important here is you're seeing a lot of individuals that fall through these cracks. Like I've said before, they're really nobodies, but they're somebodies essentially in the fact that they have enough people that support them in a fucked up way, just like Ski Mask. That's a perfect example. Somebody that may have 10,000 subscribers, that on a good day has 200 people watching them and listening to their horrific rhetoric, listening to them making threats to people, murder threats, saying they're going to go and kill somebody's dog. I mean, it's disgusting. That's an example I'm just trying to make. So, these people, obviously, like I said, they're nobodies, but they hurt a lot of people. They've got a lot of victims attached to the shit that they do, and they rightfully should be exposed for it, and especially if they're going to a court. If you've noticed, everybody that we've covered is somebody that has a court hearing. We're not going to cover somebody that doesn't have one. That's the big thing, okay? There's a lot of bad apples out there. Trust me, I get a lot of you guys sending me the DMs and the community posts with a lot of different individuals I've never heard of, and I do my research on a lot of these people, and they're bad people. I get it. I've said this before. It's crazy just kind of jumping in these rabbit holes. How many of these different communities I've just never heard of, I find out about, and each one has like their own Ski Mask Andy. They got their own ControLLa. It's nuts. It's fucking crazy. They've got their Michelle. I mean, it's crazy. So I understand there's a lot of bad people out there, but most importantly, we cover the people that have a court coverage coming up at some time. Not only does it help with exposing what they're doing, whether they're guilty or not, but it obviously helps when you're following them, and we can discuss them, we can provide the paperwork, but ultimately when you see that individual on camera and you've got all the facts that you're listening to when you're hearing that live court coverage, that ultimately is what I believe pretty much puts everything together and allows you guys and you gals to get the full story without any bullshit, any lies, any rhetoric. So, like I said, I appreciate your guys' support because you're the ones that allow this to happen. So, and in some of these cases, we don't have to travel, just like the court coverage you saw today with Trina. That fortunately was something that I was able to access through the Zoom courts. Not Zoom courts, but they use the Zoom app. Obviously that's how you saw this happen. And you got it. We got from start to finish. And obviously this has not complete yet. This book's probably got a few chapters to it. So let's see here. Let's kind of summarize everything we discussed, right? So I think most recent that's going to happen is May 15th, which is going to be continuing the ControLLa Court coverage. Like we said before, that's pretty much as it said in the email. This is going to be taking place as the pre-indictment conference. Okay. So that'll be taking place May 5th. Sounds like it's going to be, and I may have to verify it, but if I'm not mistaken in the old noggin, that should be the same courtroom and same judge that we saw in the last hearing. And then let's see here. And then Trina, I did not catch it, but obviously it was sometime in August, I think 15th, or it was, I think the middle of August. They were trying to go for the first week, but that didn't work out with somebody's schedule. So it's somewhere between mid to end of August, I know. So I'll get you that exact date, of course. But yeah, we've got those two court coverages that obviously are still time away, especially with Trina. But in the meantime, we've got a lot of other individuals that I received a lot of information in regards to, and these are people that have court coming up. So we are going to take a look at some of those individuals. And as a matter of fact, the next live stream that I'm going to be putting on, let's see here. Today is what? Tuesday, man. I'm sorry. This has just been a long week and it's barely Tuesday. Let's say probably Friday evening at the latest Saturday. I'll have put together a live stream show that we'll discuss more about the Trina Golden case, and hopefully I'll have some more information regarding, some of the background into this case and essentially what happened in Los Angeles and any other court documents that I can access between now and then. And then most importantly, we'll introduce the next individual that we're going to get into as far as coverage. And we'll do kind of, like I said, a simple introduction. And then we'll begin kind of a series into that individual. And we've still got a few other people we've got to still finish wrapping up too. We've got our eyes still on what's going to happen with Ski Mask. Remember, he's right now currently out on a open warrant. As a matter of fact, some of y'all may not be aware, and this again comes from Ski Mask himself, and it has been verified by other individuals, but it does appear that the police did pretty much come to his mom or parents' house, and it appears that Ski Mask, according to him, jumped out of the back window like a coward and was able to essentially escape being arrested. He kind of sits there thinking like that was it. I don't think if they came at, around 2 or 3 in the morning to get you, I don't think they're just going to quit just because you jumped out of the window the first time. He's pretty much sitting there like just a duck and, I hate to say the term a dead duck, but essentially that's what it is, and we already read the warrant. We had that information last time we covered him, and it read, that as soon as he's incarcerated, that judge wants to see him, and they're going to be discussing the bond. It may be revoked, may not. They may increase it, but either way, he's in a lot of trouble. He skipped out completely on the probation that was given to him, and because he also has a lot of other open warrants in other states, there's a good possibility you're going to see exactly what we're seeing with Trina, although it's not they're serious. Please don't think just because it doesn't include a murder charge, they're not. These are violent offenses in all these states, okay, that he's wanted for at this point. They may as well extradite him. They did it already when he was in New Jersey. They extradited him to Oklahoma just for these last 2 charges he had, which was for the assault and battery on his mom and the assault and battery on his brother. So he's definitely looking at some time. I'll tell you that. So we still got to see what happens with that piece of shit. And we've got ControLLa coming up on May 15th. And then we've got, we've got plenty of time to start covering what's, the background info on Trina Golden. I think we've already had a good idea and seen a lot of, as far as a good insight as to who she is, but there's still a lot of information available that we need to we need to read about, and that way, we're not we're on the right, page. We're not sitting here and making any type of allegations or assuming anything. So, like I said, most importantly, I want to know what happened in California and what led to her arrest there and what led essentially to her extradition to Kansas. So yeah, we've got that. And then, like I said, I will be introducing the new individual that will be starting our court coverage. This was out of like I said, the last stream we had, there was about four individuals that were brought up. And out of the four, one of those individuals was brought up the most, kind of like a vote. It wasn't an official vote, but just reading the comments, one of those individuals was discussed the most. So if you guys know, I'm pretty sure some of y'all already have an idea, but I don't mean to do it like a surprise, but I do want to get a little bit more information before I start discussing this individual and introduce him, into the court coverage series. So that'll be done on the next live stream show. So hang tight for that. Set your notifications on. And like I said, we can't always have breaking news. Remember, that's why I always say, if you can, set your notification on, because if we get any breaking news from now until the next live stream, you're going to get it. I will come on and let you know what happens. And right now, with Ski Mask being wanted, if he gets arrested, and the minute I find out that happens, I'll definitely break that news for y'all. Because I know there's a lot of victims out there that are very concerned about this individual, especially from the threats that he made the last time. He's been making threats almost every day, but I'm sure y'all remember we played that clip, and it's available on the clip channel, as a matter of fact, NJCOURTSTV clips. But there's pretty much a 3-minute compilation of the last 3 most serious threats he's made, and they're disgusting. I'll give you a trigger warning beforehand, but yeah, it's for the threats that he's made and the victims that he's made these to. Everybody's got a right to be concerned that this piece of shit is out right now free, and there's the potential that he could try to run, especially since he's aware of the fact that they've already came to pick him up, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're not there to talk to him. They're there to arrest him and bring him in on the warrant. So that could be breaking news coming up. So like I said, keep those notifications on. Minute I hear something, I'm going to break that to you. But yeah, it's going to be a busy month. I told y'all. And it sucks. I don't like it to be like that. Just a lot of bad people, and it's crazy. I'm sure a lot of you, I've talked to a lot of people, are starting to see these rabbit holes and realize all this shit that's out there. It's disgusting. And like I said, what's really disgusting about these just shit shows, these just disgusting crap channels, it's the fact that these are like adults, okay? These are people with families. These are people that are married. These are people, some of them have careers, that, like, for example, Ski Mask viewers. I know for a fact there's some people in there, like some of the, last remainder of the cult members, that they've got a career, okay? They've got a family, and there they are supporting literally a guy that's been, and this isn't even, this is an allegation. This is documented. Literally, this individual has struck women, his mother, okay? This guy literally, most of his, with the exception of a couple of the fucking 11 charges or 12 charges or more, they're all literally domestic assault and battery charges, okay? This guy is a known woman beater. And there's these women with families, saying, we just tucked in our little child and we're here to watch a Ski Mask. It's sick. What the fuck? So, again, I don't want to get into that shit. We've already discussed it. But like I said, boy, oh boy, I know a lot of you that started this journey with me. We've started to just uncover some sick motherfuckers. And sadly, it doesn't end. So, all right. Well, let's see here. I think that's about it. Like I said, we can't just, I don't want to use the pun. But, we can only talk so much about this stuff. And again, once I start uncovering some more information, especially about the Trina Golden case, I'm going to share that with you. So be ready for the next show. It's going to be a big show. We're going to have a lot of information to discuss. Got a lot of updates from all these people. And like I said, we're going to have a great introduction into the next individual. Hey, Stick with the $2.20 super sticker. Thank you, Stick. And that reads, not super sticker, excuse me, super chat. Stick is being bullied in your courthouse. Stick, I'm confused here because I saw somebody that was, Stick said I'm a nobody. Kick Stick. All right, I thought that was you just being funny. So who's Stick said I'm a nobody? And they've got a wrench? They are a bully. Uh-oh. Do we got a rogue mod? Do we got a rogue bailiff in the house? Stick, I'm going to look into this, man. I apologize about that. I didn't notice. Maybe we do got a rogue bailiff. Uh-oh, bailiffs, we might have a meeting this tonight. All right, Stick, I appreciate it. I'm sorry you're getting bullied. I'll make sure that doesn't happen next time. And to my other donators, Stick said I'm a nobody. I appreciate the $2 donation that says kick Stick. And we're not going to kick Stick, okay? Plus, it's the end of this show. All right, so everybody did great. And, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody behaving in the chat. I will discuss with the bailiffs if it was a rough night tonight. I don't think it was. I didn't see too many people getting tossed out. And I'm just kidding about that. Like I said, everybody's really respectful of each other for the most part. And you know what? Hey, like I said, as long as, you follow TOS, you got an opinion, we're going to respect it, okay? Everybody's welcome. This is a court coverage channel, all right? It's not here for drama. We're just here to cover the court coverage and allow you guys in the chat to discuss a lot of this, and come up with your own opinions about everything. All right, so we got another donation that says, Stick said I'm a nobody. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat. And it says, to bully Stick. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on here. I guess I didn't pay enough attention to chat. I'll have to catch it on the replay maybe or see what's up. But I'll get down to the bottom of this. But thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Stick said I'm a nobody. But remember, we don't encourage bullying here, okay? So I don't want you spending any more money on super chats because we're not going to allow the bullying. But if you want to just donate to, help for the court coverage, it's much appreciated. All right, let's see here. Oh, dono fight, Joe G. Hey, we always appreciate a dono fight. Let's go. Oh, let me just jump to hold on. Let's see here. I think I got some. Just want to make sure. Oh, shoot. Hold on. All right, let's see here. I just want to see, I guess, make sure I didn't miss any of my donation shout outs here. Okay, we got that one. Okay, got that one, but I think is that the same one? Okay, cool. All right, thank you, Jersey. I think I got that. We got everybody shouted out. And if I missed you, I apologize. I'll catch you on the next stream. Oh, Stick said I'm a nobody. Ban Stick, I'll send you money on PayPal. Oh, shit. Well, Stick said I'm a nobody. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Okay, wait. Stick now, $5.50 super chat. Stick never said Stick said I'm a nobody was a nobody to Stick. All right, hold on here. Stick never said Stick said I'm a nobody was a nobody to Stick. Well, Stick said I'm a nobody. What are we talking here on the old PayPal dono? I mean, Stick is an OG of the channel. And I mean, I honestly, I don't think I'm going to sell out. I can't do that. We can't do that. Oh, this is hilarious. You all are funny. Stick said I'm a nobody. Thank you so much for that super chat, which looks like is a rogue mod still. And I guess can't figure out who till I finish the stream, but we'll stay on if you guys want to do a dono fight. It's much appreciated. So Stick said I'm a nobody. $10 super chat, and that reads, Stick is poor. Now, Stick, remember, you're starting to get a little popular, man, on on your live streams there, and we appreciate the IRL. If you guys haven't checked out Stick's channel, Stick does IRL, which is much appreciated. So check out Stick. But hey, Stick, remember, once you start getting to be a public figure, as Alexandra Mears, whatever says, you know, those haters start coming out of the closet, man. It looks like we got one that came out already, so I apologize, but Stick, it's part of the game, my man, unfortunately. Let me jump onto my other phone. I haven't even had time to jump. I'm watching this little dono fight on this other phone that I don't even know if it's caught up. I could be a minute behind, so I'm sorry. Nah, Stick's a good guy. We're just kidding around. I don't know who the rogue mod is, but like I said, we're not going to kick Stick. And rogue mod, please, like I said, no more donating to kick Stick. If you want to donate to help the channel, I will gladly accept that, but we're not going to kick anybody. We don't accept donations to kick people. If you break the rules, then you get kicked, but you cannot be bought to be kicked. I'm sorry. Good guy, my butt. Oh, man. See, now I'm pissing off. Stick said I'm a nobody. Wait, you're not the rogue mod anymore? What the fuck's going on? I thought you had a... Wait a minute. You got a wrench on one... Yeah, you are. On the StreamYard, it doesn't show it, but I'm looking at... Hold on, let me jump on the chat here. You guys are fucking with me right now. Like I said, I could be a minute behind here. Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. Ken McDonald, Alexander tried to cancel me. I'm sorry about that. Welcome to the club, I guess. Take a number. Well, hell, I'm charging back my $2,000. Hold on, did you really send a $2,000 PayPal? I'll tell you what, let me just see if you did, and you can charge it back, but I just want to see if you really did. Hold on. I'll be really sad, but like I said, nobody can be bought. All right, I was going to be fucking like, no way. Wait, no, hold on. Okay. It's not 2,000, but did you really send that? I'm not, okay, so you please charge that back if you really think I'm not going to kick them, but that is much appreciated. If you do not take that back, thank you so much, and that will be a huge start to our next dono goal. So like I said, you're more than welcome to take that back because I'm not going to kick Stick. But if you decide not to, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are nuts. Oh my gosh. All right, let me jump back to the chat. I haven't even been able to get back on the chat. You guys are distracting me. Hold on here. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. Stick, everybody wins, okay? Stick wins, and Stick that hates Stick wins. And thank you so much for that PayPal. If you leave it, like I said, please take it because I'm not going to kick them. But that's awesome if you don't. Oh, man, you guys are hilarious. Oh, I will, Jersey, for sure. I do want to have a discussion with that person first. We're going to have a discussion, and then we'll do it. I think they're down. Stick, please don't take offense. I got some good news for you. Don't worry, buddy. But mods, we got to figure out. I mean, the rogue mod's not too bad, I guess. But I do want to know who the hell that is. I didn't realize it because I wasn't watching this chat. I was looking at the chat up here. But at least the rogue mod's being cool. And they've donated, so much appreciated. Hey, what's up, Guar? Hey. And like I said, thank you everybody for joining, and hanging out. We weren't going to make this a long stream. I mean, honestly, we covered everything. We did the whole court coverage on the, for right now, on the Trina Golden case. We discussed the last update as of today on the ControLLa case. And, you know, like I said, we're just waiting for the police, hopefully, to pick up Ski Mask because, you know, they're obviously aware that he's wanted and obviously have already tried to pick him up. So I would imagine, you know, it's going to happen again. They're not, you know, it's not in like Minecraft, okay? You duck one time, you're good still. No, it ain't like it's in Minecraft, Ski Mask. Oh, man. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm just talking to... my mods are letting me know. They're giving me some mod talk here. Oh, now we're sounding like Ski Mask, huh? Where's my 3 wives? Where's my 3 wives? Let's convene, 3 wives. Oh, and 3 wives, in order to send me a chat, you need to do a Cash App, please. All right, let's see here. Actually, let's see here. Hold on. I think I have him on here. Let's see. I might not even have to. Let's see. We'll have mod talk later. We'll have mod talk later, but I think we're all on the same page. I got you guys. Your turn, Stick. You heard, man. I need a David Koresh says, I need I know what you mean. Reduction surgery. Hit my Cash App. Well, I don't know if you're just talking to me. I definitely don't need a reduction. I may need an increase. But right now, my Cash App, if you want to hit that up, that goes to the court coverage. But Ski Mask might be doing you never know with him. He's always got kind of different Cash App goals. I mean, shit, I figured he didn't have to worry about that for a while since he had just raised a little over $600-700 not too long ago. But like I said before, that shit's already been smoked up. So poor dude could barely pay his phone bill, and man, he's fucked. Honestly, if he would have saved that money, he may have had a chance if they kept the bond at 500, or at worst case, and again, I'm not endorsing any of this, okay? Fuck this shit. I'm just saying, playing devil's advocate, okay? If this asshole would have kept that money and not smoked it and snorted it up, okay, he could have probably fixed his piece of shit car and attempted to flee already, okay? So now he's fucked. He scammed his fucking last of the 3 wives. They fucking gave him all their money for probably the next 2 months, okay? And which is apparent because he's sitting there just begging for $1 Cash Apps all day. And even after all this shit happened, could you imagine? You just had the police come to get you. You barely fucking escaped to the little fucking plaza restaurant behind you and probably hid in a fucking bush. He said he broke his phone, okay? So I can imagine this fucking, just like Tweedledee Tweedledum, probably just fucking, who knows, probably try to fly over the wall, landed fucking butt first or face first onto the asphalt, cracked his fucking phone, and probably just hid in a fucking bush all day, okay? So, yeah, he's fucked, all right, if he thinks the cops aren't going to come back. But, yeah, that dude, he's literally, like I said, it's amazing to see him just sitting there like nothing happened, you know, and still just begging, bro, begging. But do you, man? Like I said, I guess, you know, when you know you're going to be locked up soon, anything helps for commissary. So I guess I can see where he's going with that, but it's fucking weird. All right. Well, with that being said, hey, I want to thank everybody that jumped on this evening. It was a great show. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Chat was on fire. Holy moly. Thank you, mods, for doing a terrific job. I appreciate you guys taking care of the chat. Bailiff, thank you so much for taking care of chat. Rogue Mod, don't think you're off the hook. We're going to figure out who you are soon. But at least you were cool, so much respect to you. I guess you could have done a lot worse. I don't know. And like I said, Thanks for everybody, like I said, hanging in here. All the new subscribers, all the jury members, I appreciate you all joining in. I hope you guys enjoyed the last court little hearing that we had. As kind of like I said, you guys got a lot of, as far as when you join as a jury member, as well as having the emojis, which are fun, you guys get a lot of access to a lot of cool stuff. And a lot of the stuff that you'll have access to before I put that out, like, for example, as a public video. So I appreciate you all. And as a way to say thank you and thank you for your support, I try to keep that updated with as much stuff, that way, you're up to date, one. And like I said, you have every right to get that news first. And most importantly, for everybody else, you don't have to be a member if you want to get the latest news. All it means is, hey, they might get it 1 hour before you're going to hear it. Okay. We don't hold back on that. Obviously, this news is important to expose these bad people. So, the channel wants everybody to be, obviously get, wind of it and get to see any type of video footage, or whether it's just a community post letting you know, hey, this person's court date's going to be on this date. Everybody's allowed to know. Everybody's part of the public. So I appreciate all the jury members. I appreciate all the viewers. Thank you guys so much. And like I said, thank you all for being respectful of each other. And really, like I said, the chat, I learn a lot from the chat, and I appreciate that. The chat's given great comments, great suggestions. I learned a lot from some of these individuals like Trina for some of the questions I had. So thank you all for helping me answer those and helping me and helping the live stream essentially and giving everybody up to date on something I didn't know. So again, thank you guys so much. So with that being said, I want to wish everybody a good Tuesday night. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It'll be April the 26th. If there's any live breaking news that happens, I promise you're going to get that news first. All right. Keep those notifications on. And if you haven't already and you enjoyed the stream tonight, I'd really appreciate it if you can give the video a thumbs up and a like. And if you haven't had a chance, please subscribe over to the NJCOURTSTV clip channel, because you'll be able to catch a lot of the replays. And also, like I said, I'll start posting a lot of clips that I haven't even had on the main channel. So that'll be a lot of new stuff for people that may have been following the channel since it started. So I appreciate anybody that subscribed to that new channel. Like I said, I'm going to start separating the court coverage with the clips. Yeah, it should work out pretty good. It seems like it already has now. So thank you all for joining in. You all have a nice evening. If you have any questions or want to reach out to me, please hit me up on Instagram. That's the best way to do it. You can go on the main channel, and there's going to be an Instagram button or link. Click on it, and that'll take you directly to my Instagram. Also, you can always reach out to me on the community tab or on one of the comments, but sometimes I don't catch those, especially if it's like a reply of a reply. So best way is just hit me up through Instagram, okay? So, yeah, I appreciate everybody once again. Thank you again for all the new subscribers. I hope you enjoy the channel. And everybody, have a nice evening. Take care of each other, okay? It's you saw in this case how quick somebody's life can change on both sides, and the victim and the person that causes this. And again, they are proven not guilty until proven guilty. So, remember that, keep that in mind. But it's sad. It's really sad to see how quick lives can change. So just keep that in mind. Take care of each other, love your family. Get out there, do some good things, man. It's sad to see a lot of, and I'm not talking to you guys. I'm just talking to a lot of these other just bad people, man. These bullies and just shit channels. I mean, that just support this crap. I mean, there's so much better you can do with the one life you have. I just don't understand it, especially when these people have families. That's what I don't understand. That's what just blows my fucking mind, but I'm thankful for having the family I do and the friends I do and everybody, all the friends, new friends I have here through the channel and all the support I received and everybody I communicate with through Instagram. So thank you guys. And I truly, from the bottom of my heart, I really enjoy, the communications we have. And like I said, I've learned a lot and, it's crazy. A lot of these victims come out and I'll never disclose, any of these people, but all I can say is it's sad and it's a lot. And man, it really feels the fire behind me. I'll tell you that. So thank you guys again for your support, and know that I'm going to be there till the end. All right. So just we're not stopping. Okay. We're going to continue to expose these individuals and provide the court coverage, and hopefully it's going to bring some justice to some of these victims and bring some awareness to some people. And also at the end of the day, I hope that these people, these bullies, these people that finally get convicted, these ski masks, that they just finally maybe see with some of this exposure, maybe we'll find some change, whether it's them getting incarcerated and going through a program through there and hopefully coming out a better person, or just, learning from the court, procedure they go through, whether it's maybe some probation they get or some classes they have to do, or, something else. But, ultimately, I always hope, like I think the most of you do, that these individuals can find some type of change, because without that, they're just going to continue doing, what they do, until they're behind bars, essentially. And we've seen what happened. A lot of these individuals, that's what's happened. They slip through these bars. These are, with the cyberbullying and harassment, this is interstate stuff. It involves a lot of agencies, and it's difficult procedure. And hopefully that's going to change. But in the meantime, the best we can do is just try to bring this shit into the light. And like I said, I hope it helps the victims, and ultimately I hope that there's some change that can come out of this for essentially the people that need it. So, all right, y'all, I don't want to talk your ear out, and without further ado, we'll call it a night. So thank you guys again. I love y'all. Take care. Okay, we'll see you next time.